Hey guys, this is Hrishikesh from Apex Finserv and I'm back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session. It's a fresh week, so we don't have much to discuss of what happened, the previous trading sessions. So directly moving on to what's new for tomorrow. Talking about the first trade on the equity side, what we have is a short position on Hindalco. Now here we had a clear high low formation going on the early time frame. But as of this point, the retracement seems to be quite deep and not really convincing of further buying pressure coming in. So we are going to go for a short at 370, stop loss at 375, ideal targets 1% on the downside. The second equity trade that we have is on SBIN, where we are going to go for a simple support based long entry in a flat trading range at 346, stop loss at 341 or 342, ideal targets 1% on the upside. The third trade that we have is a pullback based long trade on a very strong breakout on Sipla. As you can see, the early time frame and the momentum is just relentless, and it did break a prior resistance at 865 in one sweet go. So we're going to go for a role reversal based approach here, taking along at that same level, stop loss at 855, ideal targets 1% on the upside. The fourth trade that we have is a short on M&M. It's a supply zone based trade where we are going to go for a short at 805, stop loss at 815, ideal targets 1% on the downside. The final equity trade is one on BPCL, where we are going to go for a support based long entry at 420. It's a really simple trade that happens to be a support level which has acted time and time again in the recent trading history. It was briefly broken but then quickly reclaimed, with the stop loss going in at 414 and ideal targets 1% on the upside as usual. Now moving on to the index side of things, the option chain and charts for both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Starting with first Nifty as usual. Now for tomorrow, Nifty does have a trading range which can have a nice breakout trade, which is from 14,800 on the downside till about 14,870 on the upside. It's about 0.5% of the range, so it is quite likely that it will be broken tomorrow. If it breaks on the upside, we can quickly see 14,950, 14,960 on the upside. If it breaks on the downside, we can go all the way down till 14,725 there. So either way, it's about 75 to 80 points ka movement, whichever way you choose. For conservative traders, that can make a really nice trade. For aggressive traders who want to enter in the opening itself, you can watch how the candles are interacting with our zones on a smaller time frame and then take entries accordingly. When I talk about the option chain, I have immediate resistance at 14,900 with 675,000 added contracts. Significant resistance at 15,000, of course, with hefty 1.2 million added contracts. Support comes in at 14,800 with 919,000 added contracts. Significant at 14,700 with 408,000 added contracts. Now even the option chain says that 800 to 900 ka range is critical for Nifty. Break of that should give a swift 100 points ka movement, which does support our charts too. When I talk about the PCR of volume, that comes out at 0.92, nothing really special there as usual. Now moving on to the second index, which is Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty does seem to be hovering around this demand zone here at 32,400, and if that is broken, judging by the selling pressure that's come in every time, the pullbacks have gotten shorter. If that is broken tomorrow, we can see 32,100 and even 32,000 in one swift go. However, if that is upheld tomorrow again, we can go back till at least 32,700 or a maximum of 32,800 in my opinion. When I talk about the option chain for Bank Nifty, I have resistance closest at 32,500 or immediate with 521,000 added contracts. Significant at 33,000 with 495,000 added contracts. Support comes in at 32,500 with 304,000 added contracts. Significant support at 32,000 with 210,000 added contracts. When I talk about the PCR, that is 0.99, which is borderline aggressively bearish, which does again indicate that we might witness a breakdown of 32,400 tomorrow. However, don't be fooled by the opening candle. If you can see this big wick candle, it looked like a breakout or a breakdown candle on that day as well, which is why I request you guys not to enter at least in the first 15 to 30 minutes of the market opening. Wait it out for you can say like 9:30, 9:45. Prepare a mental bias, understand the direction where the charts are headed, and then trade accordingly. Now this marks the end of today's video. These are all the charts and this is all the analysis that I had to share with you guys for tomorrow. I hope you guys have been having exciting but green trading days, and I hope the same continues for tomorrow as well. As usual, if you like the videos, if you like the analysis, don't forget to support us by leaving a nice comment, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and pressing that bell notification icon as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.